me before I got on this webinar, I knew, how do we get our minds to mentally adapt, change, and move forward and exercise some of these practices you have given us. I mean, they're great, and be consistent with them. And so first, like we know our physical bodies need it. How do we get this one right here? What do you call it? Brain health, right?
So at the end of the day, anything we know what we have to do, right? We know that we need to go to the gym. We know we need to eat right to be healthy, have a good physique. We all know these things. Like you said, how do you develop the habit of actually going and doing it? And that comes from procrastination, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
We procrastinate. And what happens is, you take fitness, for example. People focus too much on what they have to do to get the result that they want. So your brain associates work with pain. So obviously we want to avoid pain. So we put it off, and put it off, and it never gets done. Instead of focusing on the reward, you can think of it as like as a scale, okay? Your brain, you got the reward pain ratio, all right? So the second the pain gets too high, the work, the determination, the going to the gym, prepping your meals, if you focus on that, then the pain is too high and the reward is too low, and it never gets done. So your job, and what's been most effective for me, is focusing on the reward more than the process. So let's focus on the reward, and that reward is going to tip the scale. You focus on the reward, nothing else matters because you're focused on the end game result, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll use an example. When I was getting ready for one of my first physique competitions, it was an annual competition. So I had seen pictures of the competition that was the year before, and they had a picture of the winner who won the whole show, right? And it had the show promoter standing beside him on stage, and he was holding up this really cool sword. The sword was a trophy. It was pretty cool. So he's holding up this sword, and I'm like, man, I want to win that sword. So what I did was I took a screenshot of that picture, and I saved it to my phone. And anytime things would get rough and I didn't feel like I wanted to work out or anything like that, I looked at that picture. I was like, look, I want to win that sword. I want to win that trophy. So I don't care if I don't want to work out today. I'm going to do it anyway because I want this end result. Long story short, I did win that show. I won my pro card at that show. So, but that's just an example of keeping your eye on the prize.
That is a beautiful story. I love that story. That is amazing. I've never been told that, and it makes so much sense that we procrastinate on doing things that are good for us because our mind equates that as pain. It's negative. And, and so it's easy for us to, I guess, when we are in pain, focus on something that we know that tastes good for a reward to make ourselves feel good.